Hi everyone, it's me Grace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I took quite a long break from language learning because of my exams, right? I'm trying to get back into it now. I'm learning Japanese, Mandarin, Cantonese, and French, if you don't know. And I think something that all of us language learners can struggle with is consistency, staying consistent, taking breaks, and then coming back and feeling like we've forgotten everything we've learned. It can be really frustrating and it can really delay our progress. When you just come back from a break and you're restarting, you're getting into the flow of things again, how can you make that transition easier so that you can start learning quicker, you can regain the things that you've forgotten quicker, and your progress won't be delayed by too much. Let's get into the video. Okay, so my first tip is to immerse yourself in the language again. I kind of stopped watching TV shows in the languages and movies and stuff. I didn't really listen to any of my languages apart from music here and there. So if that's the case with you, I would say get into that. Start watching TV shows, start watching movies again. Just kind of familiarize yourself with it again and hear these words again that you may have forgotten, hear them again in the shows. Actually, a good resource that I want to share with you guys is this language learning platform called LingoPie. This is basically Netflix, but for language learners. So it's like Netflix, they have TV shows and movies, and then they have a bunch of features on there to optimize your language learning experience, and so you can get more out of the TV shows and movies. So the TV shows and movies on LingoPie are original because they're locally sourced, that are made locally, so you won't get them on Netflix and YouTube, big streaming platforms like this. And each week they add new TV shows and movies, so there's always fresh stuff for you to watch. So I'm just going to run through some of the features with you guys. They have dual subtitles, so that you can have English subtitles and also the subtitles of the language that you're learning. You can turn off the English or turn off the language if you want. So also next to what you're watching, you have the script, so you have the dialogue. Each line that's being said, you have it transcripted there. And if you don't understand the word, you can hover over it and you can get the translation there. If you want to, you can click on it and that's going to add it to your flashcard deck. If you're a beginner, sometimes it's hard to keep up with the speed of their speaking, so you can slow down on the speech as well, which I think is quite useful. だから私は男のために泣いたりはしない. They also have the feature where you can record your voice and basically compare it to the native speaker, so it'll give you a little score. Now that I'm done watching, I'm gonna review my flashcards, the words that I added, and I can play the scene that it actually came from. I think that's really nice. And you can also play games. So I'm gonna play a game. So you can match it up. And this feature isn't for Japanese, but let's go to French actually. So there's this feature for the subtitles which is called mashup, which is basically where you can have English and then also mix the other language, so in this case French. So that's really good for learning words in context. So the languages that they currently offer are Japanese, Korean, Russian, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, and German. But if you're not learning these languages, don't worry, because each year they plan to add 3 to 4 new languages. So that's LingoPie. So it's a subscription service, but they do have a 7-day free trial. So I would advise you guys to try it out. And also you can use my link in the description below to try it out. My link can also give you a discount as well. So check the description for that link. Okay, so my second tip is reading pieces in the language. So this is also kind of like immersion. So reading pieces that are for your level. So I know a lot of language learning websites have this feature where they kind of make short stories for beginners or intermediate or advanced. I know for French, Lotus French is quite good for that. For Chinese, there's an app called Dual Chinese, which separates it by beginner, elementary, intermediate. Reading stories in that level is going to be exposing you to the vocab that you're meant to know, or maybe that you once knew that you've forgotten. So this is also another way of reminding yourself, just rejigging your memory. Step 3, I'd also say maybe look through your notes and underline, highlight any words that you have forgotten, write them down and then memorize them. I'd say do this for the most recent pages, because the first few pages in your notebook, that stuff is probably ingrained in your memories, hardwired, right? But the stuff that you just learned right before your break might not have properly had time to marinate, to sink in, so you might have forgotten them. So it's worth going back and relearning them. And my fourth tip, and I think this might be one of the most important, is to find someone that you can speak with. If you have someone that you were speaking with before, maybe try get them back or find someone new, because I think that's the most important. And I feel like speaking is the first skill to go. Like definitely for my Japanese, I haven't been speaking it for a while now, and I feel like I'm at the point where I can understand it. Like I can watch and I can understand, but can I speak? No. Speaking is a skill that needs to be continually upkept. You know, if you don't continue to speak, you will lose that ability and quickly. Listening in your brain might still remember the words, but forming the sentences, it might not remember how to do that. So find someone to speak with, and don't be discouraged if you've noticed a dip in your speaking ability, because that's only gonna get back up if you keep speaking. So definitely find someone to speak with. Maybe start off with practicing more regularly for those first few weeks. Make it a bit more intense so you can get up to where you were before, and then maybe you can reduce the intensity a bit. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. It's basically just how to get back into language learning again, relearning that language that you may have forgotten a bit. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like, and also let me know in the comments below. Share this video with anyone that you might think will find it helpful, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to check the description for LingoPie, and I'll also put my Instagram in the description and up here so you can follow me on Instagram, and also my PayPal if you want to make a donation and support me. That would be much appreciated. Thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.